Hello, Leo, Leo, Leo. I can go that low. Hi, Leo. It's umomgtarot, and this is your "What are their true intentions?" tarot card reading. Now we're speaking to the person on your mind, or the person that comes up with these zodiac cards, and we're gonna find out what their true intentions are for you. Because, hey, why not? Let's spy. Let's do it. Alright, let's have a look at who we're looking at. Sun, Moon, Rising. Here's your first card. Alright. Oh, Leo. Oh, we're doing it again. We're doing it again. We're mirroring the querent. Okay. Leo. The energy is flamboyant, dramatic, proud, and passionate. It focuses on the importance of self-belief. That's your first card. Mirroring aspects of yourself. We've got a lot of maternal energy here. The energy is emotional, sensitive, caring, and loving. It may concern family, a mother, or a child. We're dealing with Cancer energy in addition to the Leo energy. And finally, we've got Virgo. And the energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, and humble with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. We've got that Virgo energy, and we can't shake it. We cannot shake it. Okay, Leo? You know, you have your buddy to the left and your buddy to the right of you on the zodiac wheel. So that must count for something. And Leo energy, we know all about Leo energy. Pride is a huge thing. Self-belief and creativity, believing in yourself and determining what your purpose is and living that out is the whole soul. And having big dreams is the Leo thing, right? Also, I believe that the single independent parent, whether mother or father, is represented by that Leo energy. Same thing. You know, I'm a lion. You know, the animals, it's not like a parent posse that protects the cubs. It's like the mother, but whatever. It doesn't have to be the mother or the father. It's just the parental in that type of situation where you're the sole protector. Then we have the Cancer energy, and that's giving me family vibes, giving me that mother-daughter, mother-son relationship. And so, yeah, we got Virgo, and Virgo, I always go, Virgos always have this thing with their mom, so this is giving me straight up mom to the mom to mom to mom energy. Or it could be connected to that dynamic, mother-daughter, family, mother, anything like that. Or soul provider. Not just mother, the archetype mother. Soul provider type, you know, I count on you, I depend on you, and you care about me and you nurture me type thing, right? So now we're going to have a look at what the true intentions are of this person. If that ain't a soul provider, I will be the provider. If you know the song, put it in the comments. Oh my god, if you know the song, put it in the comments. But you're going to be releasing, you know, exposing, I should say, the fact that you're corny just like me, if you know that song. Alright, so then, oh Lord. Death, rebirth. Oh my goodness! I gotta zoom out for this. Oof. They say I don't. Alright, let's go through this to start. So this person's very recognized as very independent and responsible. And with that, they have this reputation to maintain. Reputation to maintain. And they may be finding it hard to do that. They may have been dealt a hand. Like, look at how the opportunity just floats above, right? And the happiness and the joy with the bird, right? The white bird reaching up to the top, triumphant, victorious, being recognized by others. It's just like, you know, when they go, I shouldn't say that. In true crime, they always describe, oh, everybody loves her. Everyone just wants to be around her. She's always smiling. You know how they do that? Like, that's this personified right there. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, she's got everything going on for her. She can take care of herself and others. She has a shine, a sparkle, that she has that intangible X factor. Okay? And that's what you recognize them as. And I feel like, you know, you look up to them, you feel like they're special and independent in their way, but I think that they carry a lot of burden or a lot of anxiety. And that same bird, that same thing that makes them happy, probably also stresses them out. So that may be the case at their work. We do have some of that earth energy, pentacles energy, so we could say, you know, work is stressing them out quite a bit. But work may even be stressing them out because it's coming to an end, or they're going to have to start something new. Just because it is the Nine of Swords and representing, you know, that anxiety and the end, you know, right here. It seems like, you know, putting the death and rebirth, it's probably they're anxious, like, you know, because they're supposed to be that provider. They have so many people counting on them. They're always supposed to be successful. They might find it to be embarrassing if they have gotten laid off, or if they has been demoted, or just something that isn't going right. You know, death and rebirth. They might even be shining brightly, and then something brings them down from 9 to 9, to the death card, rebirth, being in reverse. You know, they might have to revisit something, and it brings them anxiety. But yeah, you normally smiling, and then now, you know, you go and muck up their muck, you know? I don't like that. But that might help us understand why we're heading towards the present. Why we're there. That's the energies they're bringing into the present, which represents the Hierophant. And some of you guys are like, yes! And internally, I'm like, yes, as well, for you. Because the Hierophant is associated with Taurus. Taurus likes to protect, you know, he protect, he attack, he have your back. And that Hierophant energy is very, I have values, I have core values, I believe in traditional marriage, whatever tradition is traditional to you. And I believe in holding yourself to a higher, you know, standard, you know, spiritually. The Hierophant is very important. It's the number 5 in the major arcana, which means it involves some sort of transition, change. This person, you know, what if one of their transitions, if this is like the maternal figure energy, what if they're switching positions in life? Switching the positions. This is serious, right? They're switching positions. Maybe they're having a hard time mentally adapting to changes that are happening. If you guys are getting involved with a marriage, you know, getting on board to a higher level of commitment, if this is your person and you're dating them, and they might be struggling with the end of one era of their life where they're seen as this independent, single, you know, person. Now they're having to do all this. It's probably giving them anxiety if you guys are merging, joining together, moving in together, taking the relationship to the next level. It could be weighing on them. We have the Hermit energy in the mix, more Virgo energy, but the Hermit card is in reverse. So this is long overdue. This is like wanting to take a commitment or a relationship to the next level, only to have some hesitation on the side of this person. This person, your special person. They almost want to continue the solo thing, the hermit thing, and it's taking them too long to transition into let's merge now. Let's do this together. Let's take this to the next level. They're overstaying their welcome in the single life. You know, when it comes to the hermit, they're saying, "Oh, just one more thing. Okay, how about we do it after this? How about we push it to, you know?" They're trying to put it off as long as possible and trying to avoid it when it's like, okay, well, I don't want to push you into anything. I want you to want to move forward. Okay, but they're having a hard time disconnecting and letting go of the past. Page of Swords. Yeah, not communicating properly in a mature fashion, if you will. Probably just pulling away, not really, you know, admitting feelings, admitting the truth of what they're dealing with. And this person might even have some type of influence with the mother again. Like there may be something hovering over their reasoning for why they're behaving so peculiarly, or why they're avoiding, or why they're trying to just maintain that. Because maybe they feel more powerful in their independence and they don't want to give that up. Maybe they feel like it's a huge accomplishment to be independent and they don't want to give that up. So then we look at the Page of Swords and we go, okay, well, Page of Swords, Hermit, where are you at? Are you being mature? Why aren't you being mature right now? Like we're supposed to be elevating, getting to the next level. Well, we see Leo here. Leo's connected to that youthful child energy. We do see the mother-child thing. So I'm wondering if some of you are feeling like this person, like you're trying to push them or elevate them to get to that next chapter of their life. And they should be appreciative, but they may be a little resistant to that. Because, you know, everybody goes on their own timing. And even though what you're wanting is right for them, they may be feeling like, well, I need more time. I need to, like, you know, live at home with my parents for a while, you know, a while longer, because they don't want to do their own laundry, they don't want to buy their own food, they don't want to, you know what I mean? And they're just not admitting that because it sounds bad. The acoustics are not good on that. Alright, so let's see where we're going with this person. This person's true intentions, they don't want to grow up. Like, what the heck, boy? Alright, so this card, 8 of Wands, they may not want to make the effort. Seems like they don't want to make the effort. This person might just be like, ugh. Knight of Pentacles, this person might be just ruining a good opportunity. Delaying a good opportunity that they should be taking action on. King of Wands. They may be acting in a very selfish and stubborn type way. They may be after what they're after. Selfish. Well, I don't want to keep slandering and calling the King of Wands selfishly. He takes action. He has the energy. He has the capacity to, you know, be a king and take the lead and be that person. I feel like that person may emerge at the end of all this. You know, that might be, they may be triggered to take action because because something happens, I guess. Something happens when it comes to their inaction and, you know, their levels of making an effort. Perhaps they realize. I want to know what happens between the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. What is the deal with that? Just a little shuffle on it. Knight of Pentacles, you're supposed to be taking an action, a significant action, where you're understanding the terms of the agreement, but you're not. And why not? What's delaying you? What's delaying you? Alright? So we have the Nine of Cups. Again, that spiritual faith issue. See, hard time letting go. I feel like, you know, this person may have a issue that they either don't want to admit because it's so close to them, they're very sensitive about it. The Nine of Cups. Or they, or, you know, they're afraid of letting go. They're afraid of, you know, they know what they'll gain, independence. They know what they'll gain, but they know what they'll lose. They might be really connected to the mother, really connected to their home life for how they've been nurtured or grown up. They might be connected to that life to the point where they only have faith in that lifestyle. The Five of Pentacles, they may be afraid of being abandoned. They might be afraid of being left in the cold or forgotten. They may not want to abandon their community, you know. They don't want to abandon their community, you know. And it's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place and then trying to give everyone excuses that make them feel good when ultimately they're trying to make you feel good about the situation, but they, at the end of the day, are backing themselves into a corner of having to explain something that they, you know, that just look bad, you know. Why are you lying, though? Now we're arguing about lying. If I lied for the right reasons. Still lying. You're canceled. Twitter. Alright? So this person, it seems like, you know, their true intentions are, I don't want to move. If you guys are planning on moving in together, taking the relationship to the next level, this person enjoys their independence. And I think that the more that they look into losing that quote-unquote independence, the more they see like a ghost, or the more they realize that they don't actually want to go through with it, or, you know, the more they realize what it means. And it makes them feel like they want to observe and just be like, okay, well, let me look into other stuff first. I feel like I'm not prepared yet. I'm not ready to jump. And all it comes down to is the level of effort that they put in. And, you know, if they're willing to make the effort, but they're really not willing to act on the opportunity, then what effort are they making into other stuff? Like making excuses, you know, trying to take action, but not in the right way. Trying to look like they're taking action, but they're not. Because they know that they can't, deep down inside, they can't let go. They have a fear of abandonment. They have a fear of what if everything goes wrong? What's going to happen? It's going to be a mess. What's going to, you know. So, you know, if they're blowing smoke right now, just be like, let me just be straight up. I don't mean to be annoying, but let me just be straight up. Here are the terms. Are you going to agree to that? Okay, sign here, you know. Let's go over some what ifs, you know. Let me know if your decision to move forward is not a hell yeah. Because if it's anything less than a hell yeah, then we got to talk about it until it is a hell yeah. All right, okay. So there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, turn your notifications on, guys. And if you'd like a personal reading, please check out the description for a link to my website where you can purchase your own personal reading with me. I'm umomgtarot. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.